What's going on, everybody? If you've been following along with my channel, you know that I reviewed the Ripple Impact shorts. At the end of that review, we found out that these weren't exactly the greatest purchase ever, at least for me. Just to summarize it real quick, if you haven't seen the video, once I put these on, the first wear, not half bad. Second time, they were already starting to stretch out and the pads started moving everywhere. They advertise all of these splits in the padding to conform around your body, and really what that I find that ends up doing is just allowing it to anything to peek through and get you pretty much anyway. Unfortunately, the fitment, they were really big and bulky and could, even in my baggiest of pants, still kind of stuck out, and also, like I said, shifted around and didn't really do the job of protecting my hips, my butt, and my tailbone. These things, unfortunately, not that great. Luckily, last weekend, believe it or not, I woke up on Saturday morning and I found a DM in my Instagram from Keith from Tortoise Pads. It was the coolest message ever. He reached out and he had said that he saw my review of the Ripple Impact pads and pretty much agreed with what my findings were. So Keith was super kind and wanted to reassure me that there was some impact shorts out there that were going to fit the requirements that I really wanted. I wanted it to do its job, protect my hips, my tailbone, and my butt. I wanted to make sure that I could fit it under whatever I was wearing, whether I wanted to wear some pants for the day or if I wanted to throw on some shorts or something like that if it was hot out. Ultimately, I wanted to make sure that it was going to last a while. And he wanted to send me one of his products. I opened these up yesterday, and I can already tell that these are going to be way better. These are the Tortoise Pads, specifically the Tortoise T2 pads. Impact shorts that are customizable to whatever you want and fit great. They don't move, and so far, my first impressions are I have a feeling I'm going to like this, but we're going to be cautiously checking these out and putting them through the tests to make sure they're exactly what I'm looking for. Now, inside the package that Keith sent me, obviously came the Tortoise Pads, along with the little info card that tells you a little bit about it. One of the coolest things about this pad, and I think the biggest selling point, is the fact that it had multi-layered padding. This is customizable to exactly whatever you want. That's the coolest thing I think about it, because if you are about to try something big on a big ramp, pad up. Make sure you have every layer in there that you want to protect you, and then that way if you're gonna slam on a quarter pipe or if you're going off of a launch box and you know that first attempt is probably going to be one where you're gonna slide out or fall hopefully safely out of, you want to make sure you can trust these things to do their job and have the padding that you want. So if you're having a chill day, you can have it in low profile mode and have a few of the layers in a different configuration where they are thinner, and you can have them all the way padded up to full configuration and not really have to worry about taking a huge hipper like I just did the other day. So, he also sent me this note and a couple of stickers. Those are going to be going on the water bottle. And a note that explains his pads just a little bit. He says, "I sent you a set with the low profile pad configuration. There are extra layers to build out your pads if needed. The standard configuration is one pink, one blue, and one green layer. Hope these work for you." Now, he sent me the T2, which I believe is a 7-pad configuration. You got pads on the hips, you got pads on the thighs, you got a pad that goes right over the glutes, and of course the tailbone pad. Now, if you don't really fall on your tailbone that often and you try to like slide on your hips and things like that, you can take that tailbone pad out if you want. I'm gonna ride with everything in them because they kind of fit all perfectly together. There's not a lot of gap, but just enough so that you can actually flex and move, and it's in the correct shape so that it doesn't look like a big brick just plastered on your thigh. These are the pads or a pack of the pads that come inside of the package. And this is a sample of exactly what the pads are like. Each of them come with 7 pad configuration. Now, this is the pink pad. It actually does have quality. Like, I can feel, I'm pressing my fingers into it and it's actually resisting versus these quote unquote gel pads, which really, believe it or not, are just tightly packed cotton. These coupled together, for instance, this is 2 thigh pads together, will double the thickness and spread any impact pressure throughout the full pad rather than just right into you. I think the next thing that we got to do is we got to actually try these on and give you a good look on what they look like on me, and then I'll try on my normal skate setups. Like, I have some baggy pants, I have some thinner, tighter pants to give you a good view of what these are going to look like under your garments, and then afterwards we're going to skate as long as it's dry out. Now you see, these are my normal skate pants. These are actually martial arts pants from Pro Force. Best skating pants I usually use because they're just drawstring and they're made out of pretty thick denim or canvas. And as you can see, I'm wearing the shorts and they don't look like a big bulky mess whenever I wear my regular stuff. Now, as I'm showing you, I still am wearing my Tortoise Pads. But you can see it's not very prominent. It's not bulky. I can actually move around. I have full range of my legs. They're not binding. I can squat all the way down. I can get back all the way up and nothing is stopping me. They work great. Here's the look wearing them with shorts. Like I said, they're like low profile, not half bad. They don't stick out that much. Now, when you're wearing some shorts and things like that, when you bend over, you're going to see some of the lines in the creases, but at the skate park, it's not bad. It doesn't look like you're wearing a diaper. You have a few creases, it's not bad, but you don't have that pattern. Now finally, the ultimate test. Skinnier jeans. They fit in every single pair of skate pants or pants that I skate in that I own. They fit any way I want, and if I want to, I can take out some pads, I can take out some thigh pads, or I can take out some hip pads, but even in this low profile configuration, it gives me confidence to know that I could even, if I wanted to, I mean, even with gym shorts, these things hide pretty well, which is a lot to be said for some impact shorts. Usually you would have to pay a lot of money to get impact shorts that would be this thin and hide this well and actually protect really, really good on the actual hip bones and down this low on the thigh. So now what I want to do is I actually want to get inside of one of these pad compartments to see what the structure is like. That is going to be on the inside. So I wonder if I can pull these inside out. And that gives me access to all of the pad compartments. Now, once I'm on the inside, you can actually, let's go for this hip pad. There's a pocket and you get on the inside and pull this fabric up and out a little bit, and there's where you can see the pad construction. Right now he's got 3 layers on the inside of this, just like that. You can see there's a big, thick blue layer, and then there's 2 of those green layers, and that's what Keith was talking about to be in the low profile configuration. If I wanted to put it in the regular configuration, I'd throw another one of these pink ones in, and then that would be its normal configuration, giving me even more padding. So if I start trying to do some sketchy stuff, I at least know that my hips, tailbone, and glutes are going to be somewhat okay. This is really cool. You can take these out and then wash the shorts, put these back in, and you're good to go. I love a good pair of shorts that's easily maintainable and isn't going to get torn to shreds in the washer or dryer or get shrunk or things like that. Slide the pads in, you put that fabric over the top of them. Simple as that. Boom, boom. Turn them back inside out, right side in, and you're good to go. Hip pads are in, hip pads are in. Now, time to go test them. A little bit of context, I actually wore the pads from home all the way to here. Could even sit with them driving, and they didn't bother me. So far I've been wearing them for about an hour, not uncomfortable, no hot spots, feel natural. They're actually fitting even better to my body now. It's your daily reminder, always double check, tighten up your bolts. Alright, I guess the only way to test it is to start skating, and eventually I'm probably going to fall. I'm going to let you know how it goes. Quick check-in. So far, a couple of grinds in, about 10 grinds in, haven't fallen, and the pads haven't gotten in the way. So far, they feel great to skate in. To be honest there, I actually just wanted to try, knowing I was going to fall on it. And I just went straight to my hip like I normally do, like how I fall. Nothing. Felt nothing on my hip. The hip saver absorbed the whole thing. And this is in the low profile position, by the way. This is amazing. That first fall, I mean, I'm not going to account for all the falls that I'm probably about to have, but that was really nice as far as falling goes. It's like it didn't even happen. Good. Warm-up's done. Let's see if we do a little couple of spins, a couple of 540s, and those usually garnish harder slams. So let's really test these things. quick check-in. I think I'm up to fall 7 or 8, I don't know. Falling on transition is almost like fun again, because even if you take the hip right into the transition, it's really not bad. I haven't taken a hipper like I did last week, but I'm sure I'm soon destined for it, whether it be on this square ledge or whether it be on the coping. Warmed up and into the session, still very, very happy with these impact shorts. The pads do not move when you slam. They stay in place. They are in the exact right areas. I'm even hitting the space in between the gaps, and the pads are perfectly transferring the energy from one shield to the other, and it doesn't feel weird. I can skate freely in them. I mean, it's starting to get up into the high 70s now. It's actually a really nice day, but they are breathing very well, if that makes sense, you know. And I still got tons of energy, so let's see what other kinds of trouble I can get into. It's like 3 falls in a row. I mean, my butt and my hips feel perfectly fine, like I haven't fallen at all, but I'm frustrated that I can't do my alley-oop soles. Give me a second to switch a battery. That look familiar? Alright, so here's the thing. I took the exact same hipper that wrecked my leg last week. It's literally been 30 seconds. Leg hurts a little bit. I'm ready to skate though. It's like a medium slam versus like a really hard one that I got to skate off for about like 10 minutes. So very worth it. All right, so what's the verdict on Tortoise Pads? Honestly, there is not one thing bad that I could pick out about them. They checked every single box for me. They protected my hips, my thighs, my butt, and my tailbone. They did not move. They were comfortable throughout the whole 2.5 hour session. I'm just pleased with I'm pleased with the product all the way around. It did exactly what it intended to do and even more. I was even able to survive the exact same hipper that destroyed my hip last week, which is amazing. Going over all the falls that just happened in this session, some of them were rougher than others and some of them were just fine, but honestly, my hips are fine. I even took them to work to test them for other purposes. Everything that the pads were covering, there are no bruises whatsoever, and everything is in its place. I couldn't be more pleased. So I highly recommend these pads. Go check them out at tortoisepads.com. I believe there are the T2 versions, these, and the T3s, and check out a pair for yourself. They're an affordable pair of protective gear that you can wear each session that can literally save your butt. Also, I wanted to give a huge thank you to Keith from Tortoise Pads for sending these pads out to me. It was super kind of him to reach out to a rollerblading YouTuber and send me these pads. He actually sent me these pads for free. It was really awesome of him. And he even said that he wasn't looking for a review. And I just wanted to give an honest opinion of a really good product that's out there that I know a lot of people can benefit from. So again, thank you, Keith. I really appreciate it, man. And if you like this, don't forget to comment, subscribe, leave a like. Much appreciated. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.